2021, a year when electric vehicles started gaining more popularity than ever before. Several companies are finally upping their game in the electric vehicle market. Tesla will finally be getting more competitors from multiple fronts, but Volkswagen is one to keep your eyes on as they're already gaining Tesla and fast. Honda, a Japanese car manufacturer, just announced 5 new electric models, but there is a slight twist. And as Tesla pushed the Cybertruck to the end of 2022, they quietly made some changes to the Cybertruck page that has gotten many wondering if Tesla is perhaps about to remove some options or worse, falling short of its promise. These are the topics we will be discussing in today's episode, but first, let's get plugged in. Honda is finally looking like it's getting serious about battery electric vehicles. Besides already having heavy focus on hydrogen fuel cell vehicles, the company doesn't really have an electric vehicle other than one, the Honda E, which is only available in Europe. The company recently shared details of its electrification strategy that at first sounds exactly what you would expect from a major car manufacturer looking to stay relevant in the emerging new era of electric vehicles. Honda announced 2 production vehicles and 3 concepts in a new EN series. Though Honda has previously stated to have 100% electric sales by 2040, a vast majority of this strategy includes hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. But when it comes to the well-known and well-received battery electric vehicles, Honda seems to be a few steps behind the rest of the industry. But only recently, Honda shared that its first battery electric vehicle for the US market is coming in 2024. The car is called the Prologue, and it will be based on GM's Ultium platform. Honda is expected to produce about 70,000 units per year of the Prologue, followed by 500,000 battery electric vehicle sales globally by 2030. Honda's transition to electric has been quite underwhelming, at least until now. The 2 new production vehicles are expected to go on sale in the spring of 2022, but here's the twist. They will only be available in China, though Honda did mention they will be exporting these models from China. When exactly? Well, nobody knows. The company also announced 3 new concepts with a goal to start sales within the next 5 years. In order to ensure steady delivery of an increasing number of the EN series models Honda will introduce in China, the company will accelerate its electrification initiatives comprehensively, focusing not only on product development but also on sales and production, including the system for stable battery supply. Honda currently has 2 new production plants that are dedicated to electric vehicles planned for both GAC Honda and Dongfeng Honda. The target timeline for the start of production is 2024. Honda also mentioned their goal is to have 10 new battery electric vehicles by 2030. That's 5 more vehicles on top of what they've already announced. Now, looking at Honda's global vehicle sales, Honda sold almost 4.8 million vehicles in 2020 and 4.5 million vehicles in 2021 so far. Now compare that with Tesla that has delivered over 627,000 vehicles so far in 2021, which is about 26% more than in the entire last year. With Giga Berlin and Giga Austin coming online soon, and Fremont and Nevada factories working hard to expand production capacity by 50%, and with Giga Shanghai expansion, Tesla could soon be making over 5 million vehicles per year, given there are no shortages. This means unless Honda and others start expanding electric vehicle production soon, Tesla will soon be outputting as many vehicles as Honda, if not more. While Honda is aligning its strategy with China for the foreseeable future, others such as Volkswagen are already showing signs of taking real action toward electrification. Volkswagen's ID family of EVs has seen an impressive number of sales in the first few years. 2020 so far was the biggest year for the automaker in terms of electric vehicle sales, with over 424,000 EV sales worldwide, which is an over 300% increase from 2019. This year, however, might be Volkswagen's record year so far if sales continue at this rate. Looking at their sales year over year, Volkswagen has increased EV deliveries by 138%. Between January and September last year, the company sold approximately 123,000 EVs, while this year, within the same time frame, they've sold about 293,000 electric vehicles. Despite a shortage of semiconductors, 122,000 battery electric vehicles were delivered to customers from July to September, an increase of 109% compared with the prior year quarter. The number of EVs Volkswagen is currently delivering is roughly the same as what Tesla delivered in 2020, which leaves Volkswagen about 1 year behind Tesla. With both companies ramping up electric vehicle production, Tesla might be the one with the upper hand since they make their own batteries in-house, along with buying as many batteries as they can from its partners. However, Tesla's plans for battery production dwarf Volkswagen's plans for this decade. As we learned on Volkswagen's Power Day earlier this year, the company plans to build 6 factories with a total output of 240 gigawatt-hours in a year by 2030. That obviously is a lot, but when you look at what Tesla is planning by 2030, all of a sudden that 240 gigawatt-hours sounds like peanuts compared to 3 terawatt-hours, which is 3,000 gigawatt-hours. Now, whether or not Tesla is able to grow its output to these levels remains a question without a definitive answer. Only time will tell. While Tesla is moving forward at lightning speed, there are, however, some setbacks that have impacted Tesla's production. The shortages experienced this year have been a headache for most manufacturers. In Tesla's case, this has led to temporary price increases of its vehicles. Furthermore, new vehicles such as the long-awaited Cybertruck, the semi-truck, and the new Roadster are being pushed toward the end of 2022. At least for now. I don't know about you, but I was really looking forward to seeing Cybertrucks roaming the streets at the end of this year. But I guess we're going to have to wait a little longer. Tesla also quietly made changes to its Cybertruck page, removing the specs and prices for each configuration. They now only mention some of the top specs, such as towing capability of over 14,000 pounds and a 0 to 60 miles per hour in as little as 2.9 seconds, which were previously associated with the top-of-the-line triple motor configuration. Tesla also now mentions a range of up to 500 miles when it previously was 500 plus miles. This has some people concerned about their pre-order and whether or not they will get what was initially promised. A move like this usually means that Tesla doesn't necessarily plan to launch the Cybertruck with those specific configurations. The price will also likely change from its initial $39,000 base price, especially when the recent price increase for the standard Model 3 starts from $42,000. Yet the base version of the Cybertruck is expected to be the last one to go into production, which will now likely happen in 2023 or 2024. So the Cybertruck configuration is no longer available, and some are beginning to wonder if others such as Rivian, Ford, and maybe even GM will beat the Cybertruck to launch and to initial mass delivery. To be honest with you, it would be a shame to see Cybertruck start deliveries later than others, but one thing I do appreciate about Tesla, and that's them being transparent and upfront about it. Price increase is something that was to be expected, especially with the recent hike in inflation. So if you ordered your Cybertruck early with the configuration you wanted, and maybe even added the FSD package at the price it was at the time, consider yourself lucky. However, if you read the Cybertruck pre-order agreement, it does state that your vehicle price is subject to change, though knowing Elon, they might honor the agreement to keep customers happy. But once again, only time will tell. So if you haven't ordered the Cybertruck yet and you're still thinking whether you should place a pre-order, you might want to do that before Tesla officially increases the price. In fact, I went ahead and did just that. Yes, I have now officially made a pre-order for the Cybertruck. Though as you can see, I'm not able to configure anything at this time. This will likely change as we get closer to Cybertruck production, so until then, I'm going to leave this here and update you on this once there are new updates or changes. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up to help the video reach more people that might be interested in these topics. Also, make sure you're following me on your favorite social media platform. The link to all of them are in the description below. And if you want to get shirts like these, then head on over to EV Source merch store to get some cool swag while supporting the channel. Thank you for watching EV Source. Keep charging ahead and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe and take care.